I just had a thought. One of the reasons white people hate black people is because we cannot tolerate black joy. We cannot tolerate black intelligence. We cannot tolerate black beauty. We cannot tolerate black confidence. We cannot tolerate black camaraderie. We cannot tolerate anything that frees a black person.
These evil white supremacists have hunted our steps for many, many years. Why don't they want us to breathe? Why do we have to live with these people? Why, God? Why? In the case of 18-year-old Daniel Irvin, who was unalived by drowning, he went out with two so-called friends and did not come back alive. They said he jumped off of a bridge into the water and drowned. On April 13th, 2026, Daniel Irvin passed away. Daniel Irvin left home and went to Lake Ray Hubbard, along with 19-year-old Lucas Roper and another 17-year-old. The three reportedly jumped from a railroad bridge into a lake, and Daniel Irvin, which is a top-notch swimmer, was on the swim team, did not make it. But the other two boys, which is white, they made it. This seems to be another Nolan Wells type of case where one black boy went out with some white boys, but he didn't make it back. The other two left without reporting the drowning. They came back, but Daniel didn't come back, and they didn't report the drowning. And that's not it. They discarded his clothes and his phone. The 19-year-old Lucas Roper later on admitted to deleting his text messages. Why did he delete his text messages? He said he deleted his text messages because he knew that he would be under investigation. And this part right here is going to make y'all mad because they arrested him. But they didn't arrest him for a murder. They arrested him for tampering with evidence. Why, God, why don't these people want us to breathe? Why don't these people want us to live? Why do these racist white supremacists want to take our last breath? On April 16th, Daniel Irvin's body was found in Lake Ray Hubbard. The medical examiner decides they want to deem this unaliving a accidental drowning. On July 9th, the fake friends was arrested for tampering with evidence. You mean to tell me all three of y'all go out? Now Daniel Irvin is a top-notch swimmer. Y'all go into the lake, but y'all are able to swim and he can't? This is another case that's being represented by Benjamin Crump. And we all know what this is. It seems as though they were jealous that he had things going for himself. Jealousy exists. And I'm not going to be the first one to say this. They hate us because they ain't us. And they want to be us. Check this out.
Over the years. And, before we get into your whole story, you're essentially a Caucasian man who at one point started to inject himself with a chemical that put melanin in your skin that would make you dark when you started going out in the sun.
Yes and no. It's not technically melanin. People always think it's melanin, but it's just a peptide that is basically steroids. When it doesn't do anything unless I go into the sun. So the same thing as steroids helps people get muscle faster. The injections help me to get darker faster whenever I get into the sun.
As a mother, I knew something was wrong on day one. The death of an 18-year-old who drowned in a lake 3 months ago is being called into question as 2 teens who were with him have been charged with evidence tampering. Daniel Irvin drowned at Lake Ray Hubbard, about 15 miles from downtown Dallas, in April. An attorney for the family says the circumstances in his death don't, quote, add up, citing that Erving was on the honor roll and a member of the swim team.
So just imagine, as a mother or a parent, calling someone to help you save your child, and they hang up the telephone in your face.
The new details in the Erving case are drawing comparisons to that of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, who died following a 4th of July boat trip off the coast of Mississippi. According to an affidavit, 19-year-old Lucas Roper and another teen are accused of throwing out Erving's clothes and driving away from the scene, KTVT reported. It also said the 2 suspects were aware of the drowning, panicked, and fled the scene. They have not been charged with the death of Erving.
2 young white men come to his house to pick him up, and they go fishing, swimming, and then they come back, but yet Daniel doesn't.
The family's attorney said the family is launching an independent investigation.
We say justice for Daniel Irvin. Justice for Daniel Irvin.
The Dallas Police Department said, quote, this was a tragic incident that resulted in the death of a young person. The medical examiner determined Daniel Irving's cause of death was drowning, and the manner of death was ruled accidental.
Okay, I understand ruling the death as a drowning, but accidental? I can't rock with that right there. You mean to tell me you got rid of his clothes and his phone and then erase his text messages? Now we know if the shoe was on the other foot and Daniel Irvin was white, then it would already be murder charges brought up upon him. So why, God? Why? And since I know people don't want to hear it from me, I gotta let y'all hear it from their own people. Check it out, y'all.
I just had a thought. One of the reasons white people hate black people is because we cannot tolerate black joy. We cannot tolerate black intelligence. We cannot tolerate black beauty. We cannot tolerate black confidence. We cannot tolerate black camaraderie. We cannot tolerate anything that frees a black person. There's a level of racism that I think hits differently for black people than it does for Asian people or Hispanic people or Middle Eastern people or Native Americans even. Each one of those things that people think regarding other races are different with black people, I think. Because again, we don't like black people to be educated. We don't like them to be successful. We don't want black judges. We don't want anything for black people that doesn't directly affect and entertain us. So we can have a black nanny. We can have a black house cleaner. We can have a black teacher. We can have a black coach. We can have black players, but only for the specific things that we feel comfortable with. I think about all those sweet children that have been killed, murdered, when they go out with their white friends. And I think that as much as the trauma of slavery comes down through the DNA, I think also the cruelty of slavery, the desire to hurt, the desire to steal and kill and humiliate and torment and disappear black people is what comes down through the DNA. I think when you do something like that for long enough and you pass it down for the many years that slavery and enslaved people were in chains, that is an instinct with us, cruelty. And I think you can see it in many videos. All the white women and white men that are telling black kids and black families to get the hell out of here, you don't belong. We just don't want you to have more than us, honey. We just don't want you to be prettier. We don't want you to be the beauty standard. We don't want you to be judges or anything like that. We want you to be below us, beneath us. And we've tried so hard to keep you down, and we failed so badly. Because like Maya Angelou said, still you rise. We may hate you, we may beat you, we may do those things, and it makes us crazy that you keep coming back and getting better. We can't stand it. I don't know why that is. I think I heard somebody say that white people are the ones that have the ancestors that were closely related to the apes. And I believe that. We are so similar to Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthals. We're fucking pale monsters. I really hate being white sometimes. I'm super ashamed. I think things like, sorry, I don't get good sleep right now. I think when I see a young black kid with a bunch of white kids, or like I try to watch for things that are happening, and I was thinking to myself, you know, if I saw a black kid hopping in a vehicle with a bunch of white kids, what would I do? I mean, you know, I could do anything. I could get the black kid to come over and say, hey, I think I know your mother, come here. And then to say, you better get away from all them white boys. But I had a brown friend of mine tell me that that was silly and that it is savior-ish. Ooh, and I don't like that. White savior, white savior. Ugh. And then I still do it. I have it in me that black people need my help. What?
Well, you heard it from her yourself. This is why they hunt our footsteps. This is why they don't want us to breathe. This is why, because they don't want us elevating to a point where we above them. But nature shows it. They are telling you that they are ticks. This is what she's implying. And I remember when I was young, I had to be about 5 or 6. Yes, I do remember that long ago. And I usually don't tell this story, but I was visiting my dad in jail, and there was a little play area for the kids. And I was playing with this little white boy. We had a ball. He was playing this little basketball thing that they had. And everything was fine. To 2 little other white boys and a white girl came along. And the white boy I was initially playing with, he started to act funny. He didn't want me to get the ball no more. So I did what I did to him. He started crying, went to his mother. And that was my first experience with racism. You know, a lot of us try to make it our business to show them that we are not angry. We do not want to fight. We present ourselves as being passive. We present ourselves as being nice. We let things go when we should speak up for ourselves. And they take advantage of that. So what I'm here to say now is be yourself. Stop trying to prove to people that you're nice and you're not what the movies and what TV is portraying for you to be. Stop proving to them that. All that shit is over with, y'all. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the Daniel Irvin's case. And do y'all think that Roper boy needs to be locked up for murder? Let me know what y'all think about people injecting melanin so they can be darker. The truth is coming out, y'all. Make sure y'all hype this video and subscribe. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.